In Plato's Symposium, the comic playwright Aristophanes told a story about the origins of love. Whether this myth is actually true or not is unimportant, and it's probably not. But what is important is that it describes the relationship between Chris and Joe perfectly, because they have undeniably found their other half, their great true love that completes them both. For when I asked them each to tell me in one sentence the reason you are marrying your beloved, Chris said, to marry my friend, my love, and an old soul. And Joe said simply, he is the other half of my soul. And that definitely sounds like completeness to me.
I think we can all agree it's been an amazing evening. For those of us who are a part of this today, it's been an amazing day. We were just discussing how easy a day, just gorgeous. You know, these two guys have beautiful families. If you don't know them, they're very lucky to have great birth families. But 13 years ago when I met Chris, he started this today, the waterworks. I found that he has values that I cherish dearly, which include inviting people into his friendship circle. And I look around this room today and I find many different people who are in the same boat.
It's an honor for me to stand here bearing witness to Joe and Chris being united in marriage. I've had the pleasure of being a few of Joe and Chris's first. I met them at the holiday party when they first started dating. And I had the pleasure of being there when they celebrate moving in together. And I was there when Joe got his need to propose to Chris. And Joe was beaming, Chris was bright red. But both were happy, thank goodness Chris said yes.
Years later, he met Joe, who shares the same values. I've learned that they both bring people in, and they have a chosen family outside of their birth families that include everyone in this room, and it's an amazing thing to witness and to be a part of.
What I love most about Joe and Chris is how committed they are to each other. There are three examples of what a loving relationship can look like. If we were all as supportive, respectful, and devoted to our partners as Joe and Chris are to each other, we'd all be better off.
You look amazing. It's a fan. Look at you. You look amazing too. Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Joe and Chris, today you write a new chapter in the great love story that is you. And even though Chris may sleep with the windows open in the dead of winter, Joe may snore like a chainsaw and eat what Chris describes as too much hot sauce, which for the record is something I don't understand. I mean, I understand those words, but just not in that order. Too much hot sauce, I don't know what that means. No such thing. But anyway, besides that, one thing about your story is certain. From now until the last page, you will always write it together. Chris to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to care for him until the end of your days? To celebrate in his triumphs, to hold his hand when he falters, to make him smile when he is sad, to always cook the meals he loves, to never stop reminding him that horror movies and haunted houses are awesome, because they are. To stay as talented, sweet, and supportive as he knows you to be. To laugh like friends and embrace like lovers. To love the puppies as if they were your children, and one day your children as if they were the puppies. To stand by his side through good times and bad. To cherish his happiness above your own. And to haunt him ruthlessly and relentlessly if you die first and he tries to marry some other dude.
I do.
It's kind of a long pause. Just throwing it out there. Chris, do you take Joe to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to care for him until the end of your days? To stand by his side through good times and bad? To cherish his happiness above your own? And to haunt him ruthlessly and relentlessly if you die first and he tries to marry some other dude?
I do.
Today is the beginning of their journey together. Please join me wishing the happy pair the best of luck, happiness, and joy till the end of time. Congratulations. Love you guys. Thank you.
I think we should all raise our glass and toast that these two can spend the rest of their lives perfecting their love for each other. Cheers.
Having witnessed your vows before all of the assembled, and by the authority invested in me by the city, county, and state of New, I announce with delirious joy that you are legally married husbands. Please seal your union with a kiss.